Hello everyone and welcome back. Now that the dust has settled a little bit with 715, we have some really good theory crafters out there, we have some really good ideas, and we're starting to get some solid feedback as to what talent choices are better. Now on my Prot Warrior, I've been running Vengeance and Devastator talent, and I'm actually really enjoying it right now. It's a crazy talent build, it keeps you super busy, super engaged, tons of DPS, and a ton of ignore pains. So to go ahead and give you guys some comparisons, I ran Vault of the Warden +3 two separate times. I did one run while having Devastator and Vengeance, and another run while having Indomitable and Vengeance. Now I'm not gonna lie, when the patch notes first came out and I saw Devastator, I really didn't think it was that great of a talent until I looked at it again and I saw that it's really replacing our filler and our auto attacks is becoming that filler. So for those of you that just want the results of this, basically Devastator is gonna be better than Indomitable the large majority of the times, but if you want the actual numbers and you wanna know when Indomitable would be better, I'll go over the numbers right now. So I'm going to put up this information on the screen. The run with Devastator is going to be on the left and the run with Indomitable will be on the right. Now with Devastator, I was doing 305,000 DPS. Over the course of this whole run, I gained 7,307 rage and my ignore pains added up to 71 million damage absorbed. Now in the run with Indomitable, I only did 206,000 DPS, gained 4,097 rage, and my ignore pains were only going to absorb 50 million damage taken. Now again, these were both Vault of the Wardens +3 runs. Each run took almost the same amount of time, give or take about 20 seconds. We 3-chested each run with about 2 minutes left. And honestly, Devastator comes out way ahead. I think the longer you start taking data and the more trash mobs you keep taking data from, Devastator is going to come out on top even more. But even as a nice average, Devastator did a lot more than Indomitable, even when we look at snapshot cases. Now there might be a lot of tanks out there thinking, why should I run Devastator? Why is this going to benefit me? And let me tell you exactly why you should. The biggest reason is that once you get into the groove of it, Devastator is a lot less spammy. You're doing a lot less clicks, less actions per minute, and having less overhead and less spam makes the spec feel better. When I went back to Indomitable, I felt more clunky and things didn't feel like they should. Now for those tanks out there that were running Focused Rage, Ultimatum, and Vengeance Weaving before this patch, there's a very easy way you can transition from that gameplay over to this one. Basically, you replace your Focused Rage button with Revenge, you replace your Devastator button with Shield Slam, and if you want to, you can replace your Revenge with Thunderclap. Once you put these buttons in the right place, you can let muscle memory take over and you should be in a really good starting point for this brand new rotation. It won't be perfect, you need to work at it a little bit, but this is a really good jumping off point. Again, linked in the description down below, there's going to be 2 WeakAuras. One that's going to help you with Vengeance tracking, and the other one is going to help you with Devastator tracking. Basically, with this WeakAura, if the button turns red, you need to stop using anything that requires a global cooldown. If the button is blue, then you can go ahead and continue your rotation. Now, the reason why this WeakAura is very helpful is because to maximize Devastator, since your auto attacks have a chance of resetting your Shield Slam now, you don't want to be in the middle of a global cooldown when you get that Shield Slam proc. In order for you to maximize the Devastator talent point, you need to use each Shield Slam proc within 2/3 of a global cooldown of it coming up. If you're taking a lot more to hit that Shield Slam again, you're basically playing something that's detrimental to you, and Indomitable would be a better choice. There's a really good write-up on exactly why Devastate is better than Indomitable, what it does, and what purpose it serves. That will also be linked in the description down below. And even though Devastator is going to be better in some cases, Indomitable is still a very good talent point. If you do not like the Devastator gameplay, you should definitely just keep doing Indomitable. It's still a very good talent point, and actually Indomitable edges out sometimes. The times that Indomitable edges out are going to be fights where you take really big spike damage. So think something like Odin when you're taking a spear. Having a bigger HP pool is going to be benefiting you, as opposed to a slightly smaller HP pool where you generate more rage. Something else that's going to lean towards Indomitable a lot more is going to be Mythic pluses when you're pushing really high levels. So when you're pushing plus 10 or higher mythic pluses, a lot of users have reported that they feel really spiky when running Devastator, and actually Indomitable helps them and their healer a lot more with a bigger HP pool. So if you're going to be pushing mythic pluses above plus 10 or plus 11, then Indomitable might be for you. However, you can still eke by with Devastator. And if you're going to be doing a fight like Odin where you take abilities that have huge damage potential behind them, then Indomitable might be for you in those situations. However, I urge everybody here to try out Devastator. It makes us feel like a hybrid between prot and DPS. It's kind of like Gladiator stance came back. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. The only thing I will say is that if you're not using your shield slam procs as soon as they come off cooldown, Devastator is actually going to hurt you. You're going to feel really squishy. You're going to be taking huge spiky damage. So as much as I suggest you try Devastator, if it's not for you and the rotation is just not working out for you, then you should definitely just stick with Indomitable. So get out there and practice with Devastator. Start with some lower grade content so you get used to the rotation and enjoy all of this free rage that we're being given. I know this is a general overlook. However, if you have any additional questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. I did a ton of reading up as well as my own practice, did some runs, got some hard numbers for you guys. I am more than happy to help you guys out. But these WeakAuras are a very good starting point. Again, for me, Devastator felt a lot more natural and a lot better of a rotation than Indomitable did. However, both talent points are perfectly fine. So that does it for this video. And as always, good luck tanking out there.